Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 40 years. This will make my 41st year. One of the things that I do every year for the last several years is I've gone through the lessons again, just because I love the lessons. And the first time I did them, I asked Jesus to clarify for me. The first time I did them exactly as Jesus said, which is very important. But now when I go through them, I ask him to clarify for me and to help me to see whatever it is he wants me to see in the lessons. So I'm still excited about this being a new year, and we're on lesson number 2. So I'm going to read the lesson, then I will share whatever it is that came to me. Lesson 2, I have given everything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place, all the meaning that it has for me. The exercises with this idea are the same as those for the first one. Begin with the things that are near you and apply the idea to whatever your glance rests on. Then increase the range outward. Turn your head so that you include whatever is on either side. If possible, turn around and apply the idea to what was behind you. Remain as indiscriminate as possible in selecting subjects for this application. Do not concentrate on anything in particular, and do not attempt to include everything you see in a given area, or you will induce strain. Merely glance easily and fairly quickly around you, trying to avoid selection by size, brightness, color, material, or relative importance to you. Take the subjects simply as you see them. Try to apply the exercise with equal ease to a body or a button, a fly or a floor, an arm or an apple. The sole criterion for applying the idea to anything is merely that your eyes have lighted on it. Make no attempt to include anything particular, but be sure that nothing is specifically excluded. First, we're told that nothing we see with our eyes means anything. And now we're told that we give everything we see all the meaning it has for us. How odd that sounds. I might argue that the cup in front of me means the same thing to everyone. But then I remember when I was teaching my toddler to drink from a cup, it was different. When I first gave it to him, he played with it. I had to teach him what the cup means to me so that he would know what to do with it. Another thought that came to me is that I'm very particular about my cups. Before I buy one, I consider how it looks. If I find it attractive, if I hold it in my hand and I see how heavy it is, like this one's just about right, I make sure that the handle fits my fingers comfortably. So not all cups mean the same thing to me, and what I might like, someone else might not. We could also consider what it is for. Drinking my first cup of coffee in the morning makes me smile. It would seem that part of the meaning I give the cup is that it's something that makes me happy. Further, as I reach for that cup, I might say it's to hold my coffee, and someone else might think of it as something to hold their tea. Maybe tea makes them smile too, or maybe they're pretty neutral about the whole thing. In that case, the cup will have a different meaning for them than it does for me. Evidently, we give everything we see all the meaning for us. That's clear. The meaning I give something might change over time. I got a microphone for Christmas to use to make my videos and podcasts, and I'm pretty excited about that at the moment. The meaning I'm giving it is that the newness and the potential are exciting, but after a while, it will simply be another tool that I use. Thus, with time, the meaning has changed. I consider what it is for. It is for communicating more effectively. It is for sharing what Spirit gives me. And so it is for joining and bringing us closer to God and to each other. For someone else, it might have a different use. If I were a musician, it might be for making myself heard above the instruments. Maybe for some musicians, it would be for the chance to become famous. We each give everything we see all the meaning it has for us. Again, Jesus reminds us to give each object equal weight. We're learning that each thing we see is the same as the next thing we see. None of them have meaning outside what we give to them. This suggests some interesting implications for the things we see. So nothing we see means anything. So for it to seem to have meaning, we must give it meaning. Also, if nothing we see with our eyes means anything, then this body is no more meaningful than this cup. This calls for some very radical shifts in thinking. Well, I thank you so much for watching my video. And if you enjoyed this, please like it and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow with another lesson.